Hello everybody, I am going to be sharing with you a quick card using some Color Philosophy inks to color up this image, and I heat emboss the image on watercolor paper. I titled this video Watercoloring for Beginners because I myself am a beginner, so I am just sharing with you my process and what works for me. And then if you're new to watercoloring, you could try these products out, and then if you decide that you like watercoloring, then you can get more of artist grade quality products to use instead of investing and then deciding that it wasn't for you. So I use Prima Marketing watercolor paper, and I ink up the stamp, and the stamp is from Concord and Knife. It's the Hello Lovely stamp set. I ink it up with VersaMark pretty well because the watercolor paper is going to absorb a lot of the moisture, so I really wanted it to be inked up really well. So I am going to add some super fine embossing powder really fast after I stamped it because I don't want the VersaMark to dry, and then I am just heat setting it. So I added a overall coat of water to the paper, and then now I'm taking the Color Philosophy inks and just using what is in the lid to color my image. And the first color I used is Sea Glass. So the colors I use are pretty similar. Well, a couple of them are pretty similar, and I'm at some point I'm not exactly sure which ones I'm using, so I will have a link down below to all of the products I use in this video. And that one is Bora. No, I was going to use Bora, then I decided it was too dark for the second layer, and I'm trying to add a little bit of layering to this flower, or I'm sorry, a little bit of depth to the flower to make it a little bit more realistic and not so, two-dimensional. Although I'm not an artist, I actually almost failed art in junior high and high school. I really enjoy it. I just am not, I'm not going to say I'm not that good because I know I'll probably get a lot of hate for that. But, in technical terms, I'm not that great at it. So I just enjoy it, and I enjoy the process of watercoloring. And so I'm adding mermaid hair is the next layer of color. And then now I am adding a little bit of the Bora color. And like I said, these colors are fairly similar. So the stamped image has lines. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see them now that I'm adding a little bit darker color. But I'm adding the shading to the center of the flower, and then on the outside, and then on a couple of the petals they're kind of folded over, so I'm going to add a little bit darker color underneath that fold. So now I am going to use Wasabi to color up the leaves. And again, it's the same. I just do like an overall color and then decide where I kind of want like the shading and all that to be. So there's lots of little leaves, so I don't show me coloring each and every one of the leaves. I think it would probably get boring. But the Pentel watercolor brushes clean off so well. I was really surprised because they're fairly cheap. I think I got 3 for $10 on Amazon, and I really enjoy them. I really like them. So I'm just going around and I color all of the leaves with the same color, and I add a little bit darker color, more concentrated color to some of the leaves, and then in some of the areas of the leaves. So there's little tiny leaves, and then this stamp set actually has layering stamps, so you can even just stamp it on if you don't want a watercolor. But I just love the look of the watercolor image right now. So I'm adding Peony color, and I love this color combination. I saw a card using this stamp set on scrapbook.com, and they used basically the same colors. Like, I don't know exactly what they used to color the image, but the colors are the same. So I loved the color. So I guess I'm kind of card lifting, I guess it would be called. It's not scrap lifting because I'm not scrapbooking, but just the colors. I mean, I think they're very spring-like colors, and spring is here, so I'm surprised. Oh, actually, I forgot I closed the windows and I have my AC on because it's so warm outside, but normally when I'm sitting here at my computer, I can hear the birds chirping because I have my windows open, but right now the windows are closed because it's super warm right now. So I kind of just add an overall color again, and then in the center I add a little bit more concentrated color, and then it kind of bleeds out because it's wet, so it just kind of flows a little bit. Now I'm adding carrot, and there's only a few flowers that I use this color, but like I said, I saw the image on scrapbook.com, and the color combination was using a little bit of orange and then a little of this peony color, and then kind of like this tealish color, and then the green for the leaves. So I really like this. And let's see what next. Oh, now I'm going to add a little bit more shading to the flower, the center flower, and I believe this is mermaid hair. And I wait until the image is kind of a little bit dry, and then I could tell where it needs to have a little bit more shading and where I want more depth in the flower. And then now this one is Bora. So I add it to the center of the flower, and then to the outside, and then under, like I said, the kind of curves or the folds of the flower. And then you could see here that I kind of figured out that I accidentally colored one of the folds of the center flower with the peony color, and I'm trying to fix it, and then it ends up I'm not going to be able to, so that's why I added the sentiment where I did. I had a different placement for that, but I didn't want to throw it away because I had worked so hard. So I add some splatters, and this image here is just one that I just kind of did for fun on just regular cardstock. And then I cut it out, and then I'm going to be using it kind of like a mask to when I want to add splatters. I love splatters. I probably do splatters on like 90% of my projects. So I just use Foggy Nights to stamp out the thanks sentiment on vellum. And then I'm going to just add it to some cardstock here. And then the card needed a little bit of something, so I decided to add some sequins. And these ones are from a chipboard pieces set from Prima. And I'm not exactly sure which one, but I'm sure you probably have sequins. So I just add 3, and then you're gonna see in just a second that I accidentally added the colored image not straight on my card base in my other cardstock. So instead of tearing it apart and probably ruining my image and then end up having to throw it away, I decided to add a little bit darker color of the teal to this side of the card, and then it just kind of looks like it was supposed to be that way. So I use Artisan tape from Prima, and that stuff sticks like super glue. Like, it works really well, so I didn't want to tear it up. And that completes the card. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And you can always share my videos or my channel on your social media. It really helps me out. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.